Hi, in this lecture, we're going to cover the differences between forwards and futures and their similarities in a bit more depth. Now, just to recap, both futures and forwards can be deliverable or cash settled, which means the underlying can either be delivered through actual physical delivery, that is, the buyer receives it from the seller on the date of the forward settlement or the future settlement. And although this is very unlikely in the case of futures, because most futures contracts are traded on exchanges and these are mostly cash settled, that is, they are contracts with differences in most cases. Now both have set contract prices for the parties involved. That is, when you enter into a contract such as a forward contract, either as a buyer or a seller, you both have agreed upon the contract price which is involved, and thus the value of the contract at the initiation itself is zero, because right now you are not able to do anything with that forward, because you can't, or that future you can't transfer it for you can't really ask for physical delivery right now. There's no cash settlement involved, nothing. Next is exchange traded versus OTC. Futures contracts are exchange traded and forwards are OTC, that's over the counter. It's more of a dealer market, as we've seen before. There is no secondary market for forwards. Now let's look at what is the impact of forwards being customized while futures being standardized. Now, futures have specific quality and quantity of assets which are required, and these are specified by the exchange. No changes for any parties can be entertained while working through this exchange, but that is possible in the case of forwards. So, if there's a certain kind of bond which is being held as the underlying in case of in case of a future, then only that particular bond is going to be allowed. Now, in case of forwards, you can go and maybe do it on foreign bonds or things which an exchange would not have as an underlying. Next is the exchange sets the minimum price fluctuation. So why is this important? It makes sure that there is some bit of market momentum with the contracts which are there on the exchange. Next is exchange sets the daily price move limit. This also controls the market from having the prices go too high or too low, and thus since the market is the exchange is basically the regulator, that's why they set these controls. Next, the exchange sets the settlement date, that is the date on which the contract will need to be settled, be it in this case we're talking about futures. Finally, exchange sets the trading times. You can go and buy a forward depending upon when the other party is available, but in case of futures, you can buy it only during the times of trade. Well, that's it for this lecture. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next. Bye for now.